education system. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the government of Pakistan placed recovery and rehabilitation of the affected people as its most important priority. Through Benazir Income Support Program, rupees 70 billion were disbursed as emergency measure to the flood affectees, families, and till now, 8.17 million flood victims have been given the cash assistance. As a result, 2.7 million families got straight-away cash relief and the other assistance which was immediately required. We are appreciative of the fact that the World Bank promptly announced US $1.6 billion assistance for rehabilitation in flood areas and an additional 500 million for building climate resilient Pakistan. You are aware that PDNA estimated economic and physical losses caused by the floods as over US $30 billion. According to their calculation, which are jointly conducted by World Bank, UNDP, European Union, and Asian Development Bank with the assistance of the Planning Ministry of Pakistan, their calculation of the needs for the rehabilitation and reconstruction work is US $16.3 billion. We have been working to obviously plan this reconstruction and rehabilitation work over the period of 3 years with at least half of the requirements to be met by Pakistan own system and assistance. Our GDP, keeping in view of the size of the GDP, we believe that over the next 3 years period for this phase of reconstruction rehabilitation, we should be able to contribute $8 billion out of the $16.3 billion to carry out this rehabilitation and the reconstruction work. The support from the friendly countries and the multilateral donors will not only help with flood relief and rehabilitation effort, but will also create fiscal space and external debt sustainability for the country, reinforcing its efforts to implement the ongoing IMF program. The climate change has led to devastating spillover impacts on Pakistan. This is a major exogenous shock representing a global public externality. Pakistan contributes less than 1% of greenhouse gas emissions, but yet it has found itself at the center of climate change-induced devastation in the form of catastrophe of the floods last year. Concerns about food security are paramount. Social stability is also a concern amid high energy prices, inflation, and macroeconomic policies. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I want to make it clear that Pakistan remains committed to its international obligations and is on track regarding our macroeconomic fiscal reform agenda, which focuses on increasing our revenues, increasing spending on social sector programs, decreasing expenditure wherever we can moderate, and creating thereby more fiscal space for the reconstruction rehabilitation phase, which we have to undertake in the next 3 years. Pakistan is right now facing challenges on account of additional outlays incurred and projected for the flood-related rescue, relief, and rehabilitation needs. Existing limited space negatively impacts Pakistan's ability to provide resilience and determination to all those affected by but the natural disaster. While appreciating the resilience and determination of people of Pakistan, it is obvious that they need help and global cooperation, which we are thankful to all those who have been extending and communicating to us. Pakistan is carrying out the fiscal reforms necessary for long-term recovery and sustainability. However, we believe that we urgently need short-term assistance as we navigate through a number of challenges. We hope that our friends, partners, and supporters, as always, stand with us by providing the required assistance during this most critical phase of Pakistan. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan's urgent expectations from this conference is not only merely a commitment of resource for rehabilitation and reconstruction in the short to medium term, but also we are looking forward for on-budget inflows and assistance during the remainder of the current fiscal year in order to make it possible for the government of Pakistan to continue providing the much-needed relief to the flood affectees of 33 million people in Pakistan. Let me say a few words that, if considered appropriate by our friendly countries, debt swaps and other use of financial instruments tied to reallocation of equivalent domestic budgetary resources would also free up the resources to be spent for this noble purpose. We must remember that we are in this fight against climate-induced disaster together. There is only one world, and we must work together to support each other in times of crisis. Pakistan is extremely grateful for the support of the international community as we strive to recover, rehabilitate, and rebuild. At the end, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to all those friendly countries, United Nations, World Bank, Asian Development Bank, Asia Infrastructure Investment Bank, Islamic Development Bank, and all other multilateral institutions, NGOs, and donors, without whose help we could not have been able to deal with this catastrophe which Pakistan just faced in 2022. I'm extremely grateful to all of you, and thank you for patience listening. God bless you all. Thank you. Very kind.